Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Here we have it. Well, this piece is the one I painted in the previous video, which I didn't like how it turned out, so what I did was remove all the paint and sand it down again, and as a result I've achieved an even better effect. Why? Well, this is the effect I had achieved, but here I see that the grooves were still very pronounced. Also, the lower part of the disc has these decals that actually cover a groove that's here. We're going to remove the decals and make the groove, and then we'll also look at the edges of the decals, which are awful. So what I'm going to do is remove these decals, put on new ones, and, well, use products for decals. What are we going to do? First of all, before applying the decal, we're going to use this Vallejo gloss varnish. Once it's dry, we'll apply this AMMO product, then we'll put on the decal, and after the decal, we'll use the decal softener. When that's dry again, we'll apply matte varnish over the whole model, and with that, we'll try to get rid of these annoying shiny spots from the decals. So, what we're going to do is make the actual groove, remove the decal, strip all the paint, and put on new decals using this new method. A new procedure. Here we have how the ship comes, the original upper part of the disc with the depth of the grooves, which I don't like either. And here we have how we're leaving it now. We're going to repaint all of this to achieve this effect. To get this effect, but just a bit better. And yes, sometimes you have to take a step back to move forward. We're also going to paint all of this black because when we put in the lights, I've noticed that some of them, no matter how much paint you put on here, shine through the plastic and you can see a bit of a glow, and that's not what we want either, since there are going to be loads of LED lights inside. So, black all over here. Here we're going to repeat the process and leave it exactly as before, so we can place the charges correctly and this, which is the bottom part of the disc, well, we're going to remove this. We're going to remove this, take off all the paint, and give it another sanding so it's exactly like this and so that the panel grooves are as minimal as possible, ensuring the ship scale is correct. Let's get to it. Well, for now, this is how we're going. They're drying, and I've had to apply a coat of gloss varnish over the paint, then the decal solution, the decal itself, the decal softener, and then another layer of gloss varnish. Now I'll have to wait a little while for the gloss varnish to dry so I can apply the final matte varnish, and on top of that matte varnish, we'll do a wash or two so the grooves stand out a bit more. So, well, here on the underside there are these white decals which I think are actually windows, so we'll need to make some holes and fit illuminated windows, which isn't too tricky, we'll do it with fibre optics. And well, nothing else here. We'll also remove the port and starboard lights, or rather, we'll make a little hole where the decal is and fit red and green LEDs or fibre optics, whatever works best. Anyway, what else? Well, the circuits have arrived, the circuits for the lights in the pods. So, all around there are loads of LEDs that will light up in sequence. What am I going to do? Since it's very big and doesn't fit in the pod, we'll run wires out to the pods, we'll duplicate it, we'll have some turning to the left, others to the right, and we'll change the LEDs to different colors. The kit comes with all the LEDs in a single color, but we'll swap them out, and this works on 3 to 5 volts. So, in the next video, we'll be installing LEDs, well, not this one specifically, but we'll be putting LEDs inside. Inside the saucer section of the Enterprise, and we'll start sealing it up to see how it turns out. And of course, we'll also be adding details in the grooves using a panel liner, this one here. We're going to use this one, which isn't black, and I think it'll look a bit better. But for that, it needs to be completely dry, so we'll have to wait.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks so much to all the new followers, and see you next time.